Hey ho, my name is Joe. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day, what day am I on? 6. Welcome to day 6 of my reading reset. Hello there, if you are new here, my name is Joe and I am Fight and Read Like a Girl, where I do things bookish and polycystic ovarian syndrome related. Please excuse my hair today. I just got out of the shower and I haven't really brushed it yet, but I need to get this video recorded today. We're adjusting this camera a little bit. Let me start over. I am actually in the middle of a reading reset where I go through all the books that I read in the previous year, but today we're looking toward the future and we're talking about my most anticipated releases for 2024. These are going to be in no particular order. I'm going to put when they are coming out on the screen for you so you guys can see that, because these are all random dates. Yes, if you are all curious of what I'm excited for, I think I've got some pretty interesting titles here. I don't have any indie authors this time around, I don't think. No, I don't think I have any indie authors. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and dive into these because I don't know how long I'll be talking about these and I've got quite a few of them. So starting off with the first one, and this one is going to be Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third book in her Defy the Night series. I still have to read Defend the Dawn, but if Bridget Kemmerer writes it, I'm gonna read it. Like, she's just one of those people, like one of those authors for me. She's one of my auto buys. This one is literally the third book in that series, so I'm not going to go into detail on what this one's about, but because I haven't even read the second one yet, so we're here. We're going to move on because I don't want to spoil myself. Alright, the next book that I have that I am extremely excited for, another auto buy author for me. Ever since I read her first book. I've read her first book like twice now. That is The Guest by B.A. Paris. This one is a psychological thriller, which is like some of my absolute favorite type of books. So this one is interesting. So Iris and Gable seem to have it all. A beautiful home in the British countryside, a daughter happily workily, what the hell? Okay. Iris and Gabriel seem to have it all. A beautiful home in the British countryside, a daughter happily workingly, why? Okay. A daughter happily working in Greece, and good friends, Laura and Piers from Paris, who they often vacation with, but the young man has a tragic accident in a nearby quarry. Gabriel is the one who finds him and is one to find him and hear his final words, leaving Gabriel with a guilty burden. As Iris tries to help ease her husband's trauma, they acquire an unexpected house guest. Laurie seemingly moved after her husband's revelation that he had a child with another woman. Iris and Gabriel insist Laurie stays here as long as she needs, but Laurie keeps wearing Iris's clothes, following her every move and asking about her recent death of the young man. So that's just the first 2 paragraphs of The Guest, and again, B.A. Paris for me is one of those auto buy authors. I will always purchase something from her. I think I already actually have this one pre-ordered, because when I found out that B.A. Paris was coming out with another book, I immediately went to my bookstore and I was like, hey, can you pre-order this for me? Next we have Only If You Are Lucky by Stacey Willingham. I've only read one book by Stacey Willingham, but this one actually sounded really good, and I still have to read All the Dangerous Things, but right now, I don't have the mind for it. I just haven't been able to read it. I do need to read more crime thrillers, but, you know. So Lucy Sharp is larger than life, magnetic, addictive, bold, and dangerous, especially for Margot, who meets Lucy at the end of their freshman year at a liberal arts college in South Carolina. Margot is the shy one, the careful one, always the sidekick and never the center of attention. But when Lucy singles her out at the end of the year, a year Margot spent studying and playing it safe, and asks her to room together, something that Margot can't say no to, something daring or starved or maybe even envious. And so, Margot finds herself living in an off-campus house with 3 other girls. Lucy, the ringleader, Salome, the sarcastic one, and Nicole, the nice one. The 3 of them, complete and total opposites, but deeply intertwined. It is the year that Margot is finally coming out of her shell, and she has been in since the end of high school, and with her best friend Eliza died 3 weeks after graduation, Margot and Lucy have become some of the closest friends. By the middle of their sophomore year, they are one of the Fantilli boys, I think I'm saying that wrong, from the house next door are brutally murdered, and Lucy Sharp is missing without a trace. Mystery thriller, crime thriller, yes please. I actually really loved A Flicker in the Dark, and this one just sounds so good. Like, Margot kind of sounds like me in a way. Like, I used to be that very, very shy, like, stay in my bubble type of person. And I kind of still am. But, I mean, I definitely have put myself out there a lot more. But I definitely feel like I could probably relate to this character. And I don't know. This book just sounds so freaking good. I am so excited for this book. Next we have A Letter to the Luminous Deep by Sylvie Cathrall. I hope I'm not saying that too horribly. So this one is kind of like this one kind of has the Little Mermaid vibes. It's like take place underwater, I'm assuming. I definitely could be totally wrong on that. I mean, I feel like there's an underwater world or something like that, or somebody got trapped down there, or letters went down there, or something. I'm not exactly sure. But just take a moment to admire that cover. Like, that cover is absolutely gorgeous. Like, all, like, the colors of the ocean. There's books thrown in there. There's seashells. There's, you know, creatures of the deep, of, like, the ocean. Just admire that cover with me for a moment. It is so pretty, right? I know. Right, this next one I'm talking about because it is a book that eventually I do want to buy, and it has been one of my favorite authors since I read her first series, which is the Red Queen series, but that is Fate Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is part of the Realmbreaker series. I still have yet to read the Realmbreaker series. I only own the first book, but, you know, I'm not going to go into detail on this one, and because this one is, I don't want to spoil it, but I do have some reading to do because I got to read the first one and the second one, but I only read the first one, and I got to get my hands on the second one. So probably when the third one comes out, I will purchase both of them at my local bookstore. So we have that one. Next we have The Housemaid is Watching by Farrah McFadden. If you follow me on Goodreads, you know that I just finished, what was it? The Housemaid's Secret by Farrah McFadden. And this is the third book to that kind of like series. So this one, I don't know if you have to read them in order, but I definitely am trying to read them in order. But this one just is in part of that same series, in that same world. I am really excited. Like, I love a psychological thriller, and I've actually really been enjoying Farrah McFadden's writing. I would definitely recommend checking out that series, and this book is part of that series. It is so good. Like, I didn't even see the things coming that were coming. Like, it blew me away. This next one, I am so freaking excited for. Being the Disney fan that I am, and the twisted tales that are out there, like, that people have been writing, this one is interesting. So this is Fate Be Changed by Farrah McFadden. I hope I'm saying that right. So this one is kind of like, so what if the witch from Brave had gave Merida a different spell? So this book is like one of those, like, what if Merida from Brave had gotten a different spell? So Merida in this book was like so the witch had gave her like the magic pastry as promised, and then she was told to give it to her mother for, like, this great transformation, but Merida ate it herself. So then Merida wakes up in the past, now a teenager, and Eleanor is holding a knife to her throat and accusing her of espionage. Like, what? Like, that just seems right up my alley. I am actually really excited for this. Honestly, April 2nd can't come soon enough for this book, and I will be definitely first in line to get this book when it comes out. Like, I am so excited. Like, I even shared this with my husband, and he's like, it sounds like a whiny, like, thing. And I'm like, no, I honestly thought this was something that you would like. But he's like, it sounds like a whiny teenager story. It's like, whatever, dear. Now, we have 27 Minutes by Ashley Tate. I don't know if I've read anything by Ashley Tate, but we're here. So this is like a mystery thriller. I've got a lot of mystery thrillers, which is okay. Okay. So this one is, for the last 10 years, a claustrophobic town of West Welmer had been struggling to understand one thing. Why did it take young Grant Dean 27 minutes to call for help on one fateful night of the car accident that took his beloved sister Phoebe? If he had called sooner, she might be still alive. And then there's a secret. Like, and then it goes on to, like, the secret and then the truth. Reading that first paragraph, you had me sold. Okay, I am completely sold on that. We're sticking to that. I don't want to know anything else. Oh, there's a giveaway. Oh, I'm going to enter that giveaway right now. Maybe I'll get lucky. It's only open to Canada? Oh. Alright, and last but not least, I have a book that I'm really excited for. This one is a young adult retelling, and I'm surprised that nobody else has talked about this one. But this one is a Korean-inspired Alice in Wonderland retelling. Okay, this is Off With Their Heads by Zoe Hana Makuda. I'm saying that wrong. Like, you had me sold on an Alice in Wonderland retelling, but then you throw in Korean-inspired Alice in Wonderland retelling. Like, excuse me. Hello. So it says, fans of Chloe Gong and Judy L. Lin will devour this Korean-inspired Alice in Wonderland retelling about two very wicked girls forever bonded by blood and betrayal. Like, yes, please. I think there's some of the genres it falls under is fantasy, retelling, young adult, lesbian, LGBT, horror, queer. I'm sold. I am completely sold. I cannot believe that nobody is talking about this book. I haven't seen anybody talk about this book. And this one just sounds so freaking good, okay? In a world where saints are monsters and Wonderland is a dark forest where they lurk, it's been 5 years since young witches and lovers, Carol Rabbit and Isadora Alice Sickle, were both sentenced to that forest for a crime they didn't commit. And 4 years since they shattered one another's hearts, with each willing to sacrifice the other for a chance of freedom. That's just the first paragraph of the synopsis. Like, if you're an Alice in Wonderland fan, I will leave a link down below for you to go check this out, because wow. Just wow. Alrighty, so that is all the books that I have for you that I am excited for like the first half of the year. I might do another one of these, only because they usually announce them like later on. But if you made it this far in this video, thank you so much for watching. I will leave a list to Goodreads from every book that I mentioned down below, so you can go check them out for yourself. I am sad that I don't have any indie authors on this round. I'm sure there are out there, but I didn't do a lot of research on those indie authors this time around, just because I was looking for different type of books. And I definitely will have a separate video about some indie authors coming soon, probably after the reading reset, but we shall see. Tomorrow we are doing a book haul, so you don't want to miss that. I think I have some indie authors in that book haul, so you don't want to miss that. That will be happening tomorrow, so if you made it this far, hit subscribe so you don't miss that. And that's all I have for you, so I'll see you tomorrow.